there's a bit of a growing crisis in this game, and it's called, it feels really bad when you don't get the thing you want, even slightly. And what I mean by that is, why does this game not have a step-up banner? And if you don't know what a step-up banner is, it's A, a thing this game needs very badly, but B, it's basically a little side banner system that you can pull 3, 4, 5 times on, and it progresses you towards a guarantee of something, or a much better chance at said thing each time you pull on it. A lot of games do it paid, in-game currency only. This game would be gems, for example. Actually, most gachas are gems, quote-unquote. The other gacha of this same IP, Dragon Quest of the Stars, which I was super heavily invested into, had a step-up program maybe 6-7 months into the game's life. It only survived, well, they announced the shutdown a year after the international release, and it closed, I think, 6 months after that. It didn't last very long. But the step-up was neat. With paid gems, you pulled once, you got a guaranteed 5-star item, great. The second time was like a guaranteed 5 and a better chance at the featured item. Third, fourth, fifth, you get the idea. And at the fifth one, you got a guaranteed 1 of the featured thing. I'm sort of paraphrasing, but that's basically how all step-ups work. And in this game, we only have, for regular banners of course, a one-time only, paid gems only, guaranteed S rank, and it's a just shy of a 24% chance that you'll get the featured unit. For example here, nope, wait, that's not even correct. Yeah, there we go. You get a guaranteed S, and as you see here, the fixed S is a 23 and a third of a chance. So let's just call it 23. We'll just truncate it and round it down. So that's fine, but it's a one-time only, and it's paid gems only. The pity system in this game is the other way to get something. It's a guarantee at that point. After 15 multis, which are 15 of the 10 pulls, which is 45,000 gems, you get only 1 copy of the featured unit. The reason why that's not great is because for about 8 months now, every unit that comes out, the first awakening alone is amazing. It's almost like when you get the featured unit, but you're not able to get a +1 or a 1 awakened copy of it. It's like buying a car that's missing a headlight, has no seat belts, and no spare tire. It's like, yeah, you can drive it, but it's not the best idea. Let's use something else in the meantime. I get the business model behind gachas. It's all gambling and stringing you along for more and more. But when the system in this game by default makes you spend 45,000 gems, granted you can do free gems or paid gems, but to save up 45,000 gems, being that we're getting a new unit now every 2 weeks instead of 1, which is good, I guess, it's... How long does it take to get 45,000 gems? Any free-to-play players, I want to say probably like 2 months maybe, of like not doing any daily stamina refreshes. That's a long time, and you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff in the meantime. Gacha's other business model, of course, is, you know, FOMO and time-sensitive things and get things now and all that jazz. Anyways, circling back to the step-up thing, I don't get why we don't have more than 1 chance to get the featured unit. Hell, give us 3 paid gem only guaranteed S's. You can even reduce the rate slightly. Rather than 1 in a 23% chance, make all 3 chances 20, or give us 15... 25, 35, whatever. Give us some sort of better progression, or at least more chances. Because when you spend $80, which is like somebody's phone bill or a week of groceries for some people, in other words, it's a lot of money, you don't even get the ability to pull 4 times. It's just shy of 4 times. So I don't understand why they don't have a step-up banner to where you're both rewarded for spending your own real money, but you're also supporting the game at the same time. You figure the developers would want that in the game like all the time. Yes, this game is pretty good about the value banners, but it's like once every 3 months. When they come out, yeah, they're good, but there's quite a gap in between. Like right now we have Zenlon, and half the reason I'm making this video is because, you guessed it, I'm pretty salty about not getting them other than through pity. I did the 10 shop vouchers, nothing. I had 20 Tact vouchers, nothing. I got the new Zenlon card, the green one. Those 10 yielded nothing. And then I pulled 15 times, because I'm a moron, and got 1 Zenlon. Woo! So, you know, a lot of money down the toilet. Yeah, I got a lot of other stuff in the meantime, and blah, blah, blah. I actually have Max Awake in the A tier, but that's actually fairly lucky. There were some other content creators, Kage, who got like 60 Zenlons in half of a pull. And then you have Chase Games, who had the complete opposite luck. He had my luck. He hasn't gone to pity yet, because he's not as dumb as me. But he didn't even get the A tier. I find it strange that they can't even like give you the A tier at least once after, 5 or even 10 pulls. And 10 pulls would actually be a lot in my opinion. So yeah, it would be good. And also another reason I'm making this video is because the aftermath of the recent Value Banner 3.0 introduction event that we got. A lot of people in the Discords and on Reddit and Facebook sharing, oh, look what I got, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's pulling, having a good time. A lot of people who usually don't spend money spent a little. A lot of people who spend a little bit of money spent a little more money. And 9 out of 10 people were like happy, and quite a few of those people were like ecstatic. They had amazing luck, and that's great. Not only is that a very healthy thing for the game, both financial and the back end, but on the front end, because everybody's, hanging out and shit and having fun, and like there's nothing bad about that. No, I don't want value banners in the game all the time, because that would be like a grocery store selling food at a sale rate, everything at the sale rate all the time. It would become the new normal, and then, it gets kind of chaotic from there. But for normal banners, in between the value stuff every couple months we get, why don't we have an option for a step up for, like I said, make it pay gems only, give us 3, like, why don't we have that? Hopefully somebody can agree. I know there's somebody out there, or damn near everybody, who's had said salty experience on either having to go to pity or not having enough gems to go to pity, but you still do like 8, 9, 10 pulls, 30,000 gems. That's a lot, and you don't get shit. That's a terrible feeling, because technically on a regular banner, you shouldn't even pull on it unless you're ready to go to pity. Unless you have 45,000 or more gems ready to go, because it's just, piss in the wind. You're completely gambling, and at bad rates to boot. If you look here, standard banner is you get 10 things. If you do the multi, you have a 4% chance of a single S tier, and then if you get an S tier, for Zenlon, for example, it's a 0.7% chance that it's going to be him. Yeah, it's not awesome by any stretch. It's very rare. And the only reason I'm kind of bringing this up now is because for the last, I think since Sorrow, I've had really good luck with banners. I've been able to get the unit and a +1 in like 8 or less pulls. Hell, with Erdrick, I got him once on the 10 shop vouchers. Did the paid pull. I got a Dread Dragon, which max awakened him, which was good, not a waste. And then I did 5 tack points, 5,000 points, 5 tack cards. On the second of 5, I got my +1 Erdrick. That kind of luck is unheard of. That's amazing. That is by no stretch normal. But to go from that to having to pull the 15 pity to get 1 Zenlon, and like the 6 pulls I did before that with vouchers and shit to get nothing, it's like, what? Like, why is it like that? It's not a good feeling, and it makes me reluctant to spend on normal banners. If you kind of don't get what you want from the tack points and the vouchers or the paid, you look at the normal and you're like, it's either spend 45,000 gems or don't bother, because to spend that many gems or that much money to get that many gems just to get 1, not even a plus awakened 1 or whatever. Because as I mentioned earlier, awakenings on units now are like, it wakes them the hell up. It makes them like a whole nother unit almost. Like Zenlon, for example, he received 3 hits at half damage. That's incredible. Given his abilities, on top of that, he's good for literally any content. He's got Typeless Breath. That right there, boom, you can do anything. PvE, GVG, you versus the AI, or real-time arena. It's all great. But, digressing aside, yeah, this game needs to step up, is the point, in case you didn't notice. So, yeah. be curious if anybody else agrees, and if you agree, also why, because I'm sure there's other points of views and stuff, and I bring it up because I'm not a big gacha guy. This is only my second gacha ever, and it's only the second gacha I've played because I've been in love with Dragon Quest for 30 years, so it's all the other gachas or even similar ones I've never been interested in playing. So, but if anyone else has had experiences with other similar games, and you've had similar experiences, or those games have gachas and it feels good to kind of just roll through those when you do want something because you're not wasting your money, let me know. Yeah, otherwise, thank you for listening to the rambles.